Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your bonus read for the Friday the 25th of October. I'm going to use the same deck again this morning because it obviously I've realised after a very long time that even using a different deck, Spirit will still send the same cards out if it's required. So some of these readings appear to be an extension of the What's Cracking reading, sometimes a doubling up of what we've already done in What's Cracking reading. Sometimes it's completely different. I think yesterday it started off feeling different, but then I got the energies back in again. So today I'm going to use both decks. I'm going to use the same deck for both readings, but what I'm going to do is give them a huge shuffle this morning so we make sure the energies are different. The thing is with reading the cards and pulling in the messages, sometimes even though you've got different cards in the reading, the energies are still the same. But other times, of course, it's just that's the strongest energy that's coming through. So just making sure we give them a good shuffle, and I'll read any reversals that come out as well. So this deck could very well have reversals in it because I've thrown it around, picked it up, churned it up, turned it around, and I'm going to see what happens. Okay, let's go with it. We are using the Before Tarot here, by the way. Okie dokie. What wants to split there? Alrighty. So first off, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now that's straight away that was in the What's Cracking reading. So the Six of Pentacles. Let's talk about the Six of Pentacles, shall we? So the Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. Now this is not always about tangible things. It's emotion, it's respect, it's all of the things that you'd want in a relationship between two people, whether they're friends, romance, whether it's, family, it doesn't matter. What you're putting in, somehow or another, you should be getting back out again. Now, when I say that, it doesn't have to come out in the same measures either. So, if you're looking after someone, you would want them to be grateful. Now, if they're not grateful, then they're not investing back in you again because they're not appreciating or respecting the time and energy you're putting in. The only time when this is really probably not vital is when you have small children. But I guess even then, a baby will smile back when, it's getting fed, even if it can't talk. So there still is some investment from the other party. I still think my screen's quite grainy. I've cleaned my camera quite a few times and it still looks a bit grainy, so I'll have a look at that today. Okay, so here we go with the Six of Pentacles. So that's what it's about. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is behind that, and the Nine of Pentacles talks about being independent, being self-sufficient, having everything you want, and feeling very good in your own person. Now, this is a card of independence, independent wealth, independent, life. I think sometimes people call it the single card, but that doesn't necessarily have to mean you're single. You can feel this way within a relationship, and it's most healthy. Feeling your own independence within a relationship probably makes the relationship very, very strong. So it's not always about being on your own. Okay, and behind that we have the Emperor. So you could be dealing with someone here who is... actually, it's a really, really nice energy. You could be dealing with someone here who's very knowledgeable and very experienced. They may also be financially sound in their own right. I feel like someone's putting a lot of time and energy into helping you to feel really very self-sufficient. So someone's building you up within some sort of relationship you have here. So there's a lot of investment from this Emperor, but there's still this feeling here of being left out in the cold and wanting to take time out. There is a brand new start offered with this person, but for some unknown reason, there appears to be a little bit of reluctance. You're staying outside rather than going completely inside here. So there seems to be a little bit of, standing back from the situation, even though someone's investing in you. You seem to be still standing back from this and looking into it. So we'll see how that's going. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords coming out here. I like this. Look, the swords are out of his back here and he's walking away. Now, the Ten of Swords is a card of closing out a cycle, often a cycle of negative thinking, of overthinking, but you're coming out of this here. Okay, Queen of Wands coming in. So I think you're taking on this energy of the Queen of Wands. You feel attractive, you feel capable. It's like you feel really confident and really full of life, wanting to start new things, seeing something pretty amazing in front of yourself after closing some sort of cycle out. It's a really nice feeling. Okay, and then we have an offer of love coming in here, possibly from a water sign, Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. This person on the horse is being offered the cup in this card. So someone looks like they're going to offer you something here. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Wands. So the offer is coming in very quickly. Someone's really wanting to offer you something. They feel like they've invested something in you and they want to now offer you something more stable. It's very hot, very passionate energy here. There's a lot of love, but there's also a lot of passion. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, planting seeds for the future here. So the Page is a card that often talks about an offer that's more tangible, so something more stable, but it's in its early stages here because it is only a page. But I also feel with the sunflowers here, someone is seeing way into the future and seeing a lot of happiness and joy here. The sunflowers really stand out on these cards. Someone sees you here as the Queen of Cups. So someone seeing you as very loving, very nurturing, very kind, and wants to offer you something longer term. But we have the moon here, and I think the but is where this was here. There seems to be this feeling here that something is unknown. You're unsure of something. And that's what I was saying come up in the beginning there too, or came up. Okay, Ten of Cups here. So I want to say to you, this is a really nice situation. I want to know why. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There's my answer. Thanks, Spirit. I was going to say, I want to know why you're being suspicious of this offer. But then I see the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups, it talks about confusion, but it also talks about illusion and delusion as well. So there are 7 cups here, and you don't know what's in the cup when you're being offered it. And in the traditional tarot, of course, there's a cup with, you know, a snake in it, and there's a cup with money in it. So it could be, you know, that you're being offered something and you can't see anything. Look at this card. It's like he's got his eyes closed here and I can't see anything in the cups. So it's like you're going into something without actually being sure of what's being offered here. And this is where you're finding it very difficult to accept or make a decision or fully invest in something, because at this time you're not really sure what's being offered. So that card came out beautifully then. Okay, and then there at the end here we have a decision. So this decision here is what I always see as a head over heart decision, but it's between 2 equal offers. And when I'm looking at this, I think perhaps here you're not trusting your intuition. Perhaps with this 7 of Cups coming up here, you're maybe overthinking a situation rather than going with the feelings you have. So you're intellectualizing rather than feeling. Now, for people who don't understand what that means, it means you're thinking your feelings rather than feeling your feelings. Okay, so we've got equal give and take. Someone who is trying to make you here feel very special, giving you this feeling of independence within something, trying to move you forward here. This person may be a little bit controlling too. So it may be that they're, you know, very determined, very like concentrated on the situation, but there still seems to be this feeling that either something is missing or it's not complete for you, and wanting to perhaps take time out. Now, when I look at this, I think there are 3 swords here, and the sword underneath always make me feel that there could have been some heartbreak in the past or situations in the past that you need to take time out from now. But the Ace of Pentacles is coming up here. So there is a brand new start being offered. It is a stable start and it is a good offer. But you are looking at the cups here thinking, I've been offered this stuff before and it looks okay when it's offered to me, but then I don't get what I see when it's being offered. And see, the offer here shows an empty cup. So what I see here for you is a promise of something much more than what you are anticipating. This person is full of love and passion, but you're only seeing an empty cup. So there's a choice here on whether you go with your heart or your head and you learn to trust and take a leap of faith. We do have the Empress coming out. So we have the Emperor and the Empress in this reading. So if you were worried, it looks like it's a very good offer. It's just that perhaps your head is overtaking your mind at the moment and you're not trusting your intuition. But with the Empress here, I would say, the Emperor and Empress in the same reading, I would say it's probably a very good offer. You're just judging it through your past life glasses, your past life glasses, yeah. That's what I want to say. Okay, oh, 2 cards want to come out here, so I will read both of them. One of them is New Life. So obviously that talks about bringing in, let me just find it for you, 39. Did we have that in the what's? No, I don't think we did. Okay, so the essential meaning is birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, and life renewing itself. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life where new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. So this is about relationships blossoming, blooming, and giving you an opportunity for something new. The other card that came out is flexible, and I'm thinking with the 2 of Pentacles here, it sort of makes sense that something like this would have come out. So let's have a look at flexible. Because I think that perhaps you're sort of looking at things in one way without really seeing them for what they are. So this is about teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane. So I'm going to read the relationship one here because I think it's really relevant. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. It's about getting your needs met and understanding that they don't always come in the way, shape. Maybe you're thinking too rigidly within this relationship to see that it's offering you something new or different. Just because you can't see it at this point in time, maybe you're not giving it time to unfold. But to me, it looks like a good offer. Have a wonderful weekend.